It's been a while.
Clap Nation.
Clap Nation.
.com.
The Tap Nation.
Tap.
What's going on, guys? It's episode number 15 on the Content Creators Podcast. Me and Pete literally just figured out what we're going to talk about right now. We've just been so busy that we just come up with stuff. These are wedding dates.
Yeah, wedding dates and then questions or topics.
So
the important topics we're going to be talking about today is how to make your footage more cinematic or how to get cinematic footage.
Yeah, so different things that we both do to try to make the footage more cinematic.
Usually there's like only a few things, and then kind of went in depth on this one. There's a lot of topics on how to get cinematic footage.
Yeah.
You know, people just say lenses, color grading, and that's it. And then I was part of the Sony group, and this one guy's like, he probably didn't know, he's probably just starting off, and he's like, what's a cinematic profile? I'm like, what? I'm like, there's no such thing.
No, I
just turn it on and it's the way you shoot.
Yeah.
You know, like if they had a cinematic profile, send it my way.
Yeah. Well, you can't blame the guy if he's
no,
off, right?
That's what I mean. And I wish at the time.
It probably is. You could probably make one. Imagine you can make a LUT. Imagine you can make a LUT.
Because like, I mean, you can't just be filming down the road and it's gonna be cinematic.
No, yeah,
unless you're shooting on like an Airy Mini or something, you know, it's going to be a film quality. Then you're by all means, yes.
Well, yeah, I guess cinematic's like a mixture, but like a LUT that makes it look more cinematic. That's like baked in your camera.
Ooh, I think you have to use the Atomos for that. I think Atomos you can do that.
Pocket.
The Ninja.
Can you?
Are you sure you can do that on the Pocket?
We can bake the LUT right into the.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you tried it?
I haven't tried it, but it's on there. It says.
Bake LUT.
Something like that.
I wonder if the quality still looks the same.
We'll have to try it out. I gotta add more LUTs to that.
So yeah, we're gonna talk about how to make your footage or get footage more cinematic.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be talking about this little rig right here.
It's a sick rig that he made up
for behind the scenes content. GoPro and a small rig, rosette arm, I think they call it, 11-inch. Sounds about right. But yeah.
Also, our experience at the boxing match.
Oh yeah, the boxing match last week.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
That was fun.
I swear Ryan's like...
Ryan is an animal.
Yeah.
Yo, I had people message me and ask if it was real.
Really?
Yeah. This one guy's like, yo, is that real? Is that a film? Or I'm like, it's real, yeah.
It's a real fight, yeah.
He's fighting. He's like, wow, how is he doing that? Because if you guys all don't know, Ryan is from Halifax and he's part of the Three Lions.
What's his last name?
Ryan Ruzicki.
Yeah.
And he basically fought on last Saturday.
I'm gonna stick the monitor real quick.
Might
as well. So you guys.
So yeah, there you go. And we're shooting this huge document. I wouldn't say huge, but I mean, to me it's big because I haven't done anything like this. A documentary on all these boxing. On all these boxers, Ryan, Jesse Wilcox, and a few other people. Ryan's more of the bigger person because, you know, he's from Halifax. He's fighting in his hometown in Cape Breton or Sydney, Nova Scotia. And yeah, it's going to be fun.
Well, Jesse was the main event.
Jesse's main event,
yeah.
Yeah, that was Jesse's main event. Everyone who was from Hamilton won. That was on the Three Lions team.
Yeah.
They all kicked their asses, but Ryan just like taunted the guy. The guy gave him he cut his eye open.
Yeah,
pretty good.
First round, yeah.
And then Ryan was just like playing with him and just said, "Fucking hit me, hit me."
That's crazy.
Maybe we'll post a clip.
Well, actually, no, I'll just go see it on your Instagram page.
Oh yeah, it's on my Instagram by Peter DeBuslo. The short 1 minute video recap of his fight is on there.
Yeah.
And I did zoomed in and I put like a text of Ryan.
Text of his dialogue, I guess.
Yeah.
It was cool. Yeah, he's an animal. Like when I see, is he here?
Oh, he's coming.
Tell him to have a butt. Say have a butt. We're filming.
And so I think let's get in details on shooting or how to create a cinematic footage sequence, whatever you guys want to call it. So there's a lot of different topics on creating cinematic stuff. So we're gonna just list a few here, actually a bunch, and then we're gonna go in details in all of them. So one is the cinematic bars, the black bars on the top and bottom. Color grading is huge.
Yeah.
Angles, that's another big one. Well, you know what? I'm just not gonna say this is big because they're all big.
Yeah. Well, they're all.
Obviously your settings, because without settings it won't look good.
No. Yeah.
Haze, this is one you brought up.
Yeah.
Haze is killer.
Yeah. So if you guys have haze.
If you guys watched that new DC comic show on Netflix, what was it called? Titans. I think every scene they used haze. You can see the haze coming through the windows,
like the light,
and they have lighting coming in the back, creating like this like heaven like. It's weird. It looks sick though.
Yeah.
It almost looks like you're in like a rustic place, and it just like brings the lighting.
It shows the lighting.
Yeah.
So I did the maternity shoots for Anthony last week for him and his girlfriend Manuela, and like they had this fireplace going on in the basement, or not in the basement. Sorry, they rented out that cabin, and they had it was the fireplace. They were putting the fire up, but a lot of the smoke was coming in. But like when it was coming up, it would look sick and come in the light. Everything, my coat and everything smells like fire. But
it's sick because you can see like the light shape with the haze.
Yeah, you can. You can see like the
and that's
rays.
what makes the footage look sick.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, you have to have strong lighting in order to do that.
Yeah, it was harsh lighting coming through the window.
Or even if like you have haze and then the sun's coming through, the sun will be even as good too.
Yeah.
But if you don't, light.
Yeah.
Lighting. That's another one. We were just saying lighting is huge too, because without light you can't see nothing. Depth. So I think that's more like shallow depth.
Yeah, shallow depth, and like I would say like a variety of depth. Like depending on which scene you're gonna shoot, like you want wide shots or you want more deeper shots for close-up shots, and then lenses. And
lenses is huge. For another example, like using anamorphic lenses, that creates your footage right off the bat.
Yeah.
Crazy cinematic, the flares,
and then
or even something with like a low f-stop 1.4, so you could get that sick shallow depth.
Yeah.
So if you're shooting something at nighttime, you get like sick bokeh in the back. You know what I mean? Especially if you're shooting at nighttime, you want something with low aperture.
Yeah.
So those are all different categories for creating cinematic footage, and I think we're just gonna go talk about each one. So the number one, cinematic bars.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't like using it because it's not a proper way of doing that. But when you add these bars in, it just creates a different look to your video. People try it. There's quite a few people who don't like doing it because it's not the proper way of doing it. Right.
It does give you like. So I did that last video I did of Jesse on the Pocket.
Yeah.
I exported it in 21. I think it was 21 by 9.
Yeah.
So, and
you had the bars already.
There's no bars on YouTube, but depending on how you view it, there's bars there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I think like the wide video itself looks sick, but like in the event where it doesn't support that wide video, the bars are what gives it that other cinematic look, right?
And then what you're actually supposed to do is cut out the bars after when you're exporting.
Yeah.
Because the bars are there just to show you that that's negative space, basically.
Yeah. See, I exported it. I had it a full 60 by 9, and then I exported it.
Is that the widescreen?
60 by 9 is, I think,
There's a 2:1 ratio on the Ursa Mini, which is already widescreen.
Yeah, you have the widescreen built in. I don't.
Yeah, which is already widescreen, which is almost like shooting with the bars, but you're not actually seeing the black bars.
Yeah, see, I got the guides on mine.
Oh.
So I have the guide, so I know what to put in.
Yeah, I can put guides on too.
And then I just crop it out in post. So when I'm actually exporting, instead of having the full 4K, so the width the width and the height, I cut down the height a little bit so it's thinner.
Yeah.
And I just alter. You should actually edit, because I only did that during the export. You should actually edit it within those boundaries too. So you put the coordinates on your video, and you can edit within those boundaries, so you know what's going to show up instead of looking at the end and being like, oh, I got to move everything now because some of his hair is cut off and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's like, there's a lot of things you can do with it.
Oh yeah.
So color grading.
Yeah.
So I mean, color grading is almost using everything else in all these to get the good color grade. You know, you need good settings, you need good lighting, lenses.
Yeah.
You know, color grading sets the mood to your image 100%. You know, like you can shoot something inside and add a teal and orange light. It's not going to look good.
No.
You need a good color grade in order to get the atmosphere, mood in that image. You know what I mean?
So, for instance, like, if you guys want to show like a sad scene, you want to do like a more maybe a blue mood or something.
Yeah.
Or like a colder scene would be blue, and then a hotter scene would be orange.
Yeah.
Sci-fi is usually like that green color.
Yes. And even nighttime stuff is more colder blue.
Yeah, like blue cold.
Yeah, nice contrasty stuff.
Yeah. That's
next is angles.
yeah.
So just trying to think of a situation for
Yeah,
angles.
like I think a lot of wide shots were really cinematic.
Wide shots and over the shoulder shots, you know, getting someone's perspective.
Yeah,
that just creates a whole different, you know, like visibility to the person who's watching, you know, gets their it brings you into the actual movie.
Yeah, their POV, like their point of view. Yeah.
So angles is another big one.
I forget who it was. It was a director. It's one of the famous ones. I don't know if it was maybe it might have been Spielberg. So he has iconic shots in all of his films where he's walking behind the person and it's symmetrical on each side.
Oh.
So it's always like their shoulder up and it's a wide shot and it literally shows they're like out of focus a bit and it shows what's ahead of them in focus. So like you know where they're going towards. Right? I think it was Spielberg. I might be wrong.
In what movie?
Like all of his movies. He does it in all of his movies.
That's his look.
That's his like iconic shots, right? Like so he has that.
That's his style.
That wide shot over the shoulder shot.
Yeah.
But then there's like a lot of people do like offset shots where it's just like
rule of thirds.
Yeah,
all that stuff.
the rule of thirds and shots. So you guys want to angle it. It depends on the situation.
There's no right or wrong. It's a matter of doing it and experiencing it with the type of shot, I guess. I mean, the rule of thirds, it's meant to be broken. You don't have to follow it all the time. You know, like some shots, if you're cutting off the head, that's fine. I mean, we don't care about seeing the other part of the head. We already know he's got a head.
Yeah.
You know, like we don't care about seeing this part because it's not a main thing for the shot. You know, if you got to cut it off, but don't cut it off like over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think like moving it, like when you're introducing a scene, you want to show like the setting, and then you sort of want to zoom into like the what's happening. So there's a conversation. This is more movie based. It's not really. I wouldn't say it's like a montage based. It's more movie based. But if you have a setting, you want to show like the setting, like a drone shot, or you want to show like a wide shot of like where you're gonna be. If you don't have a drone, and then you zoom in close to that person, and then you can cut off
like dollies or dolly shots.
Dolly shots, or even a lot of people used. Remember we were talking about it with Brandon,
shoulder rig?
Or even just tripods.
Oh yeah, tripods.
Who was that director? Brandon was talking about who does it all on tripods.
Oh, I forget.
It's tripods and I think dolly shots and tripods. That's it. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
I
forget who he said, but like, stuff like that. Or then like handheld. You have handheld if you want to show like a scene that's like really rushed.
Yeah, like, you know, like if you're showing like a person dying and the guy's going up the stairs and he goes in the bathroom and there's someone dead, you know, you would put it on your shoulder, walk up with him to make it look like, you know, there's someone walking up behind him, getting that scary look, and then when he turns the corner, you're turning the corner with the camera.
Yeah.
And then
like
boom.
You move it, yeah.
Because I mean, like if you go up with a Steadicam, it's just like, I mean, nowadays you see everybody using a Steadicam or a gimbal just to get that stable footage, but you're actually taking away the art of filming when using that stuff.
Good thing, like a good example, Jesse's.
Oh, we should have added gimbals in here.
Yeah,
that should be like number one.
Yeah, well, that's part of the shots.
Yeah.
Right? But like even when it came to like doing Jesse's video, so like I don't really like I'm starting to use 24 frames more. Shot like footage, but when I was getting, well, you do the same thing, but when we get like somebody boxing, for instance, Jesse, we use like handheld. It's all shaky.
Yeah.
You don't. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're trying to get that ruggedness, that
fast
flow, and it makes it look sick. But instead of like a gimbal shot, it just gets that movement.
I would choose handheld over tripod any day, but it all depends on what you're filming.
Or you mean
even gimbal?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Gimbal too. I was all gimbal, but that's just because I bought one and I was all about it.
You wanted to use it,
Yeah.
There's certain shots, I guess.
Yeah. All right, so settings. So I mean, if your settings aren't right, your footage is not going to turn out good.
No, yeah.
So you know, if you're shooting 60, you need to know double your frame rate or double your shutter in order to get smooth slow motion. So you're shooting 60, you need 120.
120. You don't want to go higher. 'Cause then that takes you
If
from
you're
motion
shooting
blur.
24p and you're shooting like a music video of people rapping,
Yeah.
I was watching this on Matt Alonso's video, and I think he cranked up his shutter speed so you get that like strobe effect where it's like crazy, like almost Saving Private Ryan look. I am pretty sure, but not his specific video, but I mean you can go like in the above 200s to get that type of look. Yeah, you don't need to stay at 50.
See, I heard that you have to stay to get that motion blur.
Yes, but sometimes if you want that motion blur, whatever you're filming, it might look good.
Oh yeah, if you don't,
know what
like,
I
you don't
mean?
need it.
No,
the
but
motion
I
blur.
mean, then again, it's always good to go 50 because depending on what you're filming, you might need that extra light coming in.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, the camera we're filming on now, the 80D, I have to go 50 for a lot of stuff because it's not really the best in low light. So if you have a camera that's not good in low light, you want to try to push your limit. So 50 would be good.
So like, and also like 23.9 or using 24. I heard if you shoot, and some cameras don't do 24. Most of them will be doing 23.98.
And then 30.
And then 30,
Yeah.
but some cameras will be doing 24. But I heard that if you use 24 and you have like external audio, it's kind of hard to match up because it's not properly synced.
So you want to use 23.
You want to use 23.
I always use a 23 point.
I noticed a huge difference in the 1DX using 24 and 23.98. Yeah. 23.98 looked way better.
I always use 23.
It looked like film look, you know what I mean?
Yeah. More cinematic.
So, and then next one would be haze. As we said, haze can like set the mood. You know, you're shooting in, if you're shooting a short film that, you know, is based in like 1970 and you're in an old house, you want to get that
Vintage look.
That vintage look of like old particles in the house still going around. Dust, you know, making it look like everything's old. Haze is number one.
And it brings out like, for when you're using like anamorphic lens, it brings out your flares a lot better too.
Yes. And
a lot of neon colors.
And then haze will also like shape the lighting to your video. So not only if you're lighting here, but if you have haze, the light will actually come and transform all around. It gets like stuck in the haze.
Yeah.
And people ask, and actually Frank told me this, use haze over fog because fog evaporates faster.
So
And haze is thicker.
Yeah.
So
But those machines are expensive.
I know. But you can buy the Atmosphere aerosol cans in
All those,
Mississauga.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's actually haze in a spray can.
How much are those though?
I think it was like $23 a can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much would that give you? A lot though?
I'm not sure. It's just like a normal spray bottle like this.
I was watching Potato Jet and he said he had
It's called Atmosphere aerosol or something.
something like that. Yeah. Is that good to breathe in though? Like,
Probably not.
I was
But I mean,
thinking.
wherever you're putting the haze, you shouldn't be even near it when you're filming anyways.
yeah, but how if you have a subject in it though, right?
I mean, I don't think it's that bad.
I wonder. Potato Jet has like a cheap version of a haze machine, but he said like you can tell the difference of the particles.
Oh, really?
Like there's the 12.
But it does the same effect, maybe.
It does, but the particles are bigger, so yeah, they're more more chunkier. But when there's this 12, I don't know the machine specifically,
No.
but there's one he said there's a $12,000 machine and it like spreads out the haze and like you can see the difference. See the difference on it too. So
Lighting. So I think lighting is perfect right under the haze category because, I mean, like look at
They
this.
go together well.
Like for an example, this mood right here, it sets. We like this lighting because it's a moodier look.
more dramatic.
You know, if we put a light here, light there, we're doing more of like a 3-point lighting, and it's just like a basic lighting. You know, this is simple. One key light, which is right there, and it's lighting us up. Everything. I mean, if we wanted to do this even better, we would probably put something on the table to bounce the lighting up, towards us, so we're not getting shadows on our face. But
I like the look though. So like
yeah, the look is sick.
So-
It's like a dark look.
And I feel like the audience focuses more on us when it's just lighting. 'Cause
Yes.
like you don't pay attention to anything. In the
Everything
background.
else, you would like all the other stuff would be lit up as well.
Yeah,
In this
yeah.
case, it's just right here.
Just us.
It's more of a
table.
spotlight.
Yeah, which is cool. You guys like this setup, right?
Yeah, I do.
I hope you do.
Yeah, we're telling you, you're gonna like
Yeah,
it.
you're gonna think it.
Depth is huge, and this goes towards lighting as well. I mean, if you don't have good lighting, using like low aperture lenses, like like a 1.4 shallow, I should say, it helps you a lot. But it's also a lot harder for the focus puller or whatever, whoever's focusing, or if you're even focusing. because there's that crazy shallow depth that you just have to know when to stop focusing. You know what I mean?
They gotta do all the measurements. And
Yeah, it's crazy.
So like,
Well, in movies, they actually on their focus wheel, they actually set increments. So like they know to go here, and then they go back. They
limits.
test
It's like
it,
limits, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they do it beforehand so they know. Because you can't get. Well, I mean, it's all trial and error, I guess. But when they're actually like going for the take, they have to know.
Yeah.
What exact spot it's supposed to be focused on.
And you have limits like that on your shoulder rig too.
Yeah,
that
I
you can input it. So it's just a matter of testing it out, right?
Yeah.
Which is crazy because then you have to do for each shot and then organize. If you're doing running gun, it's hard. Like it's hard to do that. You just gotta do it as best as you can.
I liked it when I shot the Hamilton boxing thing last week.
Yeah. Oh, the
focusing. Yeah.
I love manual focusing now. Like if you know,
we might as well jump into lenses now since we're talking about lenses.
Yeah. So we'll go into just one more thing for depth. Like you also want to do like a variety of depth, like whether or not it's like shallow or like depending on the situation. Again, it's all dependent on the situation. If you want to show like an area, you want to do high aperture.
Yeah.
Everything in focus. If you want to do,
I feel like most movies are, well, they're using totally different lenses, but like you can tell almost everything is in focus.
Yeah.
And people who use DSLRs, Sony's, whatever, you get the the shallow depth look because we're using DSLRs or mirrorless. That's what you're gonna get. I mean, if you set your aperture to like 8, you're gonna get that similar look.
Yeah.
But you need fucking great lighting for that, right? Because f8 is like the G spot in the lens of the camera.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, f8.
I didn't know that.
That's one thing I learned in school.
Every camera or just certain cameras?
The lens.
Oh,
so aperture f8 is like a sweet spot in the lens. That's where you're gonna get the sharpest image.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. That's one thing I remember from school.
The only thing everything else.
And 3-point lighting.
And that's lighting helped too.
And we got to use strobes, and that's what helped me big as well.
For photos more, right?
Yeah.
See, I don't know anything about lighting too much. I just trial and error for me. That's it. I don't really do too much lighting. I just use natural light sources.
Maybe one day you will.
Well, I will. I just gotta buy lighting.
Yeah.
I don't have lighting.
Let's jump into lenses. I think like lens choice is huge because you have to know on what type of lens to use for what type of shot, right?
Yeah, exactly.
For like if you're using like a shoulder rig and you're doing like behind the shoulder, I think like a 35 is nice. But it all depends. It's like a hard one because you have to pick on what you like.
And it depends on what your camera is if you're using and what lens versus camera.
That's true.
Like I have this crop.
But like anamorphic, that's huge as well. And exactly what you're gonna say, the
crop sensor with a full frame lens, you want to know like how much zoom you're gonna get on that shot. A lot of the mirrorless now have like the Sony has like the zoom in built in right into the camera. Like,
yeah.
And it's the quality's crisp still. It's crazy.
That's true.
They still got that. But like if you're doing low light shots at night, you probably want to use like something with a high aperture, like Pete said.
Yep.
Or sorry.
Low aperture.
Well, yeah, I always get confused because they say high aperture, low number, but.
Well, fast lens.
Yeah.
When they say fast lens, I'm pretty sure that means like low number on the lens.
So the lower number on the lens, like in terms of aperture you want to use. You can buy like a 50 mil for 1.8, a 50 mil Canon for 1.8 for $150, which is dirt cheap. The only thing is to use it in manual focus is a little bit hard because you'll hear the wheel turning, which I use.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but so I gotta upgrade my lenses eventually.
Yo, you could go Amazon and get like a bunch of Cine lenses.
Yeah.
You could get like a kit for like $1,000. You could get like a 35, a 24, 35, and an 85, and that's all you need.
Is it all manual focus though?
Yeah. But you need that for pocket anyways.
Or sorry, how about aperture though?
Oh, they're all like like those lenses go like at T, not F.
Yeah.
They go like T 1.5, T 2.0. They're low.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're nice too.
I'm gonna check.
They're made for video because on like the ring for focusing, the teeth are huge, so you're able to do the focus pull on there.
They're not stabilized though, right?
No.
Yeah, see, I need stabilized for this camera.
Oh, that's right.
I always forget that.
I don't think they are.
I think next is gonna be the Sigma 24-70. The 1.8 doesn't have, or sorry, the 18 is
35.
Doesn't have stabilization. So I gotta get the 24-70.
So I think that's it for cinematic stuff.
Yep. Let's talk about this.
Up next, we're gonna talk about this just quick.
We're 24.
but we got a lot
The
of good
long
points
one.
in there.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna talk about this. So this is the small rig, rosette arm, 11-inch. I think that's what it's called. And we just have a couple GoPro mounts right here. So then the GoPro goes on right here like this.
So you can like hook it up to your camera here and then show a different point.
So and then this will screw in. So on my Ursa, I have a small rig plate.
Actually, you know what you're gonna do? You know, do you still have the video of this hook, this setup?
Yeah, I'll send it.
Put it on the Instagram.
Yeah.
On the Instagram account.
It's on my It's on. Oh, on the
You have it on your story,
on
right?
the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
the podcast Instagram. We'll put it on there. You guys can see how Pete uses it.
small rig is amazing because everything is integrated. There's so many screws, so many mounts, different ways to mount. Like, I have a small rig plate on top of my Ursa, and this just screws in there. So basically, the plate is right here. This screws in here, and then I'm able to move the GoPro to whatever look I want,
Yeah.
and then it's basically filming my camera. And you guys will see it on the podcast Instagram.
At Content
Post.
Creators Podcast.
Yeah, and then you'll see it. But yeah, this is pretty sick. I'm looking forward to, and I'm pretty sure this is only like it was $11.
Oh, for that, that's it.
I think.
I
I
gotta
check.
get more stuff.
I can check quick, but I mean, you can use it for anything. You can use it mounting monitors, mics, anything. Yeah.
You know what you can do too? If you're in the middle of filming, you can put a clamp on here and you add a piece of pizza.
$20.
You can just-
Yeah. $20.
$20. That's
Yeah,
not bad.
but they have different sizes, right? So this is I think this is the biggest one they make.
That's for monitor though. Like normally for monitor, right?
No,
This-
you can use it for anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Oh nice.
And then you can, and Amazon has them. Get it on Prime,
Oh, I gotta get my cage still for this camera over here.
and that's it. So I think that's it for.
And then we're gonna talk about the boxing. Well, we sort of got into it.
Yeah.
The boxing.
Maybe we'll save that one for another one.
You know what?
There's a lot on that.
Yeah, we'll save it when the documentary comes out.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll save that one.
We'll save the boxing topic for when the documentary comes out. I think we got enough today for you guys.
Keep an eye out on the podcast Instagram.
Yeah, we gotta start posting more.
Yeah, we're gonna post more, especially behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, because I even got pictures of the Ursa at the boxing match that I took
Do you? Of like what, me filming?
of just the camera near the
Oh,
boxing
right.
ring.
Oh,
and
that's
stuff.
right. You did take a photo.
Yeah, so we can do that. I think I have a picture of you filming too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, or maybe even a video. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, we're gonna end it here. We're gonna see you guys on the next episode number 16 next, and then I think maybe we'll do something special for the 20th episode. We should.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Something special coming. Stay tuned for more videos.